Hey everybody, happy September. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, put out videos each and every Tuesday on real estate in Ocean City. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So from when we covered the market last month, we have seen a little bit of change. Mortgage rates still flat. We should see a change and expect to see a change later this month after the Fed meets around September 20th. A big thing, might seem small, but I think it's a sign of things to come. We have finally cracked 300 active properties on the market for the first time, what feels like forever. We've been around 200, 250 for the last 6+ months, and now we are finally at 304. So that is a good thing if you are in the market to buy. If you're in the market to sell, your competition is increasing. So days on market are starting to flatten out. And we are still seeing two separate markets. There are obviously a million different mini markets here in town, but condos and single families have shown a divergence in their price increases and in the demand too at those higher prices. So let's dive right into some charts so you can see what the heck I'm talking about. So for single family homes, we are effectively flat for almost 4 months running in terms of median sale price. And again, we use median, not flat out average, because there are about 20 max sales per month single family, and one big one or one small one can skew that if you use averages, so we use median. Again, that is a good thing. So I would not be surprised if we start to see over the next few months prices coming down a bit. Again, they will not drop. There will not be a substantial fallout because the demand is there waiting for prices to drop. So as soon as they start to give a little bit, the demand is going to rise to meet. But I would be surprised if we continue to see them rising. From days on market standpoint, still trickling down very, very slowly. But again, you can see that fall is very, very subtle, just a couple days. So in reality, we are approaching flatness there too. And from months of inventory, here's a big sign of really the change here. So we've finally seen a pretty substantial uptick, and this does go only through July. The calculations are not out yet for August, but I would expect that to be flat or even a little bit higher come August, given the total amount available on market. So we'll get into what all this means here at the end, but let's dive into condos and townhomes. So again, totally different story here with median sale price. We are still increasing at a slightly lesser rate, but it's effectively the same for all intents and purposes. So the demand is still there. They're still getting gobbled up, and the other stats reflect that as well. So days on market is still falling off a cliff, having to reduce the axis on the left side to pick up where we actually are. So we're still floating in the 30s on a monthly basis. This is a 12-month average, so we are still falling even there. So I wouldn't expect that to change. Price is still going up, demand is still there, so the days on market are down. But months of inventory is also starting to pick up here as well. So in both categories, singles and condos, we're seeing more homes hit the market, and we're seeing them start to sit a little bit. And a lot of that, I think, is that some sellers saw the catastrophic or stratospheric is probably the right word. They're both probably the wrong word, but who's to judge? And they're aiming high, they're taking their shot. And if they're not selling within a couple weeks, they're adjusting and hoping to catch the demand on the tail end. So all in all, where the heck are we going? What does this all mean? Mortgage rates, again, we'll see what happens in September. I will provide another update once I see the news come out on what the Fed plans to do. And inventory, we should still see things popping up. The best homes that are priced well, that are in phenomenal condition, strong rental history, strong investment, they still go within days. And that happens in any market, hot, cold, doesn't matter. But I would expect to see we will still have inventory creeping up. Now, how high we go is anybody's guess, but I think once prices start to flatten, the appeal of sellers to capitalize on the market's going to go down. So I don't think we're going to, hit 500 homes anytime soon, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get into the mid-threes over the next month or two. Now, prices, again, we've covered that. Single families are flat. Condos still go up. Days on market, we would expect them to flatten out and then hopefully start to increase. So I hope you found this helpful. If you haven't already, again, make sure you hit subscribe. Drop any questions below in the comments. Feel free to reach out directly, and I will see you on the next video.